Eagles fly alone. Get your paper up. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I can't make this up.
What's going on, people? Today, coming in number 8 in my NBA power rankings, the team from Rip City, the Portland Trailblazers. Let's go!
Somebody better sign him. If the Mavericks did it, somebody was going to. Oh, wait a minute.
Oladipo on skates. CJ. Couple of speedy Mighty Mites out there. CJ 7 to shoot, coming off the screen, picked up on the switch. Karl Anthony Towns. CJ will fire over. Quick shot with 2 on the shot clock. No problem.
See, that's kind of not fair. If you're a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, that just isn't fair. You have the guy thunder along the sideline. It appears that he's over-dribbling in the possession. Well, CJ just comfortably dribbling into his shot.
Lost that game despite the 40 points, 10 assists.
Oh, don't do it, Noah!
Noah Vonleh, the right-handed tomahawk jam.
Another quick crossover goes off the same foot uniforms, and if it's going to look like this all the time, I say wear black uniforms in every single game.
What's going on, people? You know who it is. It's Tay Wiz coming live from the Man Cave as usual. For those subscribers that are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that bell. If you're not subscribed to that Twitter page, hit that bird at TAE_WIGGS. Now, you know I keep you in tune with the latest information growing around the NBA. But first and foremost, before I get into the NBA power rankings, just let you know, the New York Knicks and the Houston Rockets has picked up terms, back on talking terms, to see what can they get for Carmelo Anthony. So that's what New York Knicks want to do. See what they can get in return for Carmelo Anthony. And the Houston Rockets want to put the offer back out there on the table and see what the Knicks are talking about. Right? As of right now, we know the two franchises are talking about the possibility trade of Carmelo Anthony to the Houston Rockets. But for right now, everything is still up in the talks. What's going on here? What players should they move? What player they want to keep? That's the trend right now. So hopefully by sometime middle of next week, we should know what Carmelo Anthony will be playing at next year in his future home. So hopefully they get this thing done. Right now, coming in today in my NBA power rankings, at number 8, the team from Rip City, the Portland Trailblazers. The reason why I picked this team at number 8 in my NBA power rankings, just because what they did last year, they was the 8th seed last year. This team right here has the potential to be a 5th seed in the West. And the reason why I picked them, one thing I picked them, the record last year was 41 wins and 41 losses. They was 28-24 in the Western Conference. But the one thing that stuck out to me the most, they was 11-5 in their division. But this year, Rip City fans to all the true Portland Trailblazers fans around there, I got them this year at 47-35. Just because I think they're going to come back more hungry than they was last year. You got Al-Farouq Amino coming back, which is positive. Ed Davis, Mo Harkless, Jake Lyman. I can keep going on. Pat Connaughton, Myers Leonard, who I think is going to, another guy, which is definitely key for them to have a breakout season. I need to see the old Myers Leonard how he was before. He got great footwork. We know he can step out and shoot the ball. But for him, for a player like Myers Leonard, the whole thing for him is consistency. You got to see that more and more often for the younger guys in the league. You will see some. They have some stretches in the league where they would score about, like I said, 12 points, 4 or 5 games in a row. Then the next 5, it'd be like 4 points here, 0, 6, 0. It's all about consistency in the NBA. If you could be consistent, you would help a lot of these teams out better than being a 2-4 point player per night. These coaches and these coaching staff want to see that player that they seen in college when they drafted you. We know college basketball is different from the pros. We know the pros, this is grown man basketball. But at the end of the day, they want to see what you can do. This is the reason why they draft you. Especially, I'm looking for another person to have a breakout year. Noah Vonleh. Please don't kill me for this. But I see some similarities. I compare him to Chris Bosh a little bit. Because he has that Chris Bosh type game. He's not the fastest. He's not the quickest. But I know one thing he is so far, Noah Vonleh. He is strong under the basket. But for him, the key factor for him is Noah Vonleh missed a lot of layups and key dunks. Take your time, put your back towards the basket, get a feel for the players on the backside of you. You know, get you one of those, get you one of these moves. Then fake him come back and score. Because I know what you can do. I seen Noah Vonleh play. We know how he can play. We seen him play with the Charlotte Hornets. We know how you can move around the ball. We know you can get to certain spots on the floor. But that's the reason why I compare him to Chris Bosh. I see some similarities. He can step out. He can hit a nice little mid-range jumper. I haven't seen him shoot a 3 that much, but I know he can. I know he has an inside presence. I know he has a neck for the ball for rebounding. But that is one of the main keys why I compare him to Chris Bosh, because I see the same type of body structure and movement. But I don't see the 3-point ball there yet. But that's one of the guys, the Portland Trailblazers fan base, keep your eyes on Noah Vonleh. I think he's going to help you guys out good. Evan Turner. Evan Turner is going to... Now, I know that I can say about the Ohio State Buckeye guy right there. Evan Turner, he's a journeyman. But at the end of the day, he is a locker room guy. You're going to get everything out of Evan Turner. He's going to play defense. He's going to score. The one thing about Evan Turner, since I've been watching him in the NBA, if you tell him to go play point guard, he's going to play it. If you tell him to go play shooting guard, he's going to do it. Small forward, he would play any position as long as he's out there playing basketball. And that's one thing I definitely do see from Evan Turner. And, of course, too, he got to stay injury-free. He be having some nagging injuries. If he stay injury-free, the Portland Trailblazers could do some damage in the West. Jusuf Nurkic, that's a great pickup. Unfortunately, he got hurt in the playoffs against when he missed a couple of games in the playoffs. But I feel like the Golden State Warriors was lucky that he wasn't out there. It wouldn't mean nothing because we know that the Warriors are a hybrid team, but it made that game more upbeat. Everything it would just change the dynamic of the game first and foremost. Having him out there, the game. If he would have played in that game against the Warriors, the competition would have been there. It'd have been, oh, these guys came to play, because we already know they got the second best backcourt in the league. So Andrew Nicholson. One thing about this guy. Been traded around a couple of times. Brooklyn Nets, Orlando Magic. He been on a couple of stops. He's just one of them guys who's going to be a journeyman. He might be the new Joel Anthony. Like I said, I'm not here to bash players, but this is just what I see. Just my humble opinion. I think if I was the Portland Trailblazers, I would release him, let him go somewhere else, because you guys got a lot of talent coming in, especially with them rookies like Caleb Swanigan going to take some of those minutes from him. And Zach Collins going to take some of those minutes from him. So these are the type of things I see coming from that young Portland Trailblazers team. Like I said, them 2 rookies, Zach Collins from Gonzaga. Then you got Caleb Swanigan from Purdue. 2 good guys as interior guys, rebounding, defense, and they can shoot the ball. And both of them guys have awesome footwork. Then I'm looking at the point guard, they got Shabazz Napier coming off the bench. We already know what he can do when he's at the University of Connecticut. You've seen some flares of what he did in Miami. This guy just needs somewhere he can call home. And I feel like the Portland Trailblazers is giving him a chance. This is a great opportunity for him to get the job done. Now I'm looking at the other guys like Ed Davis, Al-Farouq Amino, the Chief. Al-Farouq Amino, I like this guy. He's a two-way player. Like I said, for guys like myself, like I know I watch a lot of NBA League Pass, and certain guys don't get talked about all the time because you got other guys on the team that get a lot of media attention. But I'm going to give some media attention to Alfred Camino, the Chief. He's a two-way player. I like the guys that play offense but love playing defense. And it goes unnoticed because he loves checking some of the other team's best scores. And the only thing you can do is tip your hat out to a player like that. And for him, he don't give up. Especially in the playoffs, when I see him in the playoffs. This team, the Portland Trailblazers, is going to shock a lot of teams this year in the NBA, record-wise. And I think they're going to make it out the first round of the playoffs too as well. Ed Davis, long, lengthy guy, athletic, strong, can get to the hole. He's coming. Last year, I thought he had a nice little year, but I'm looking for him to have another breakout year like he did last year. Maurice Harkless, which I thought that was key to retain him. He give you a little present stuff. He could play, but he can play a little bit of the point, the shooting guard, and the small forward, and he also plays defense. We know he can hit the outside J. We know he can penetrate and go inside and stuff like that. But the two guys I want to focus on right now are the two studs that the Portland Trailblazers have up there in Rip City. C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard. I would say they probably the second best backcourt in the league. By that saying, you know who the first best backcourt in the league is. And we talk about them down the road once I get to that point in my power rankings. The reason why I give them the second best backcourt in the league, there's no other backcourt that's putting in work like these two guys right here. Besides Big Game Dame and shoot it C.J. McCollum. C.J. McCollum, man, came into an existence. We know, they always keep saying, you hear the commentators say, the 15-footer is a lost art in the game. It's lost in the game. And these two guys, night in and night out, consistently knocks down the 15-footer. They can hit the threes, but the one thing I do admire about Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, the way they pick their opponents apart and get to the hole. So easy. And Damian Lillard, what can you say about this guy? Went to a small school, Weber State University. Then you have C.J. McCollum, went to a small school, Lehigh University. And you don't have to go to a big-name school to get your name heard. It's up to you to live up to your name and get yourself heard. You in college, if you doing this and doing that, they gonna be on notice because people talk, social media talk. You know, people out here Twitter thumbs happy, and what these guys did are sensational. You can't name me right now another backcourt in the NBA. They got two players at superstar potential that played at a small university and made it big in the NBA right now. Because you can't name them. Can't name no other school. That players, they can have a point guard and a shooting guard that both went to small schools. You can't name them because I think that is the only school. These two right here are playing for the only team in the NBA who has players from small schools that's starting at a professional level that come from a small collegiate level schools. You got to tip your hat out to these guys because they put in the blood, sweat, and tears. C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard. Ain't nothing you can say about these guys. Hungry, and that's the reason why I'm picking these guys to probably be a 5th seed in the West. Easily. Like I said, they had 41 wins last year. I give them 47 wins this year. 6 more wins than they had last year. Just because what they did last year, even though they lost to the Warriors in the first round of playoffs, this is going to pick them up the morale, which no, they can beat any given team on any given night. Because arguably, anybody can be beat on any given night. And you got to admire these two guys in that backcourt that Portland has. Them guys are special. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Like I said, the West is heavy this year. I definitely do want to see Damian Lillard as an all-star guard. He's been snubbed for the last couple of years. And the one thing I can say about him, he's been consistent since day one. C.J. McCollum been consistent since day one. Those are the building blocks right there. Everybody else build on. Y'all know who I am. I'm Tay Wiggs. I'm coming live from the Man Cave as usual. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that bell. If you're not subscribed to my Twitter page, hit that bird at TAE _WIGGS. Until next time, folks, I see you. Peace.